Hello everyone. So today the next topic which we are going to discuss is Gordon's model. So Gordon's model is another very popular model to calculate price of the share with the help of dividend decisions of any company. So here the assumptions of the model are as similar to the Walters model which we have discussed in our previous lecture, and the basic assumptions are quite similar. As you can see here, the firm is an all equity firm again. So this is an all equity firm, and there are no external financing available. The only source of finance is retained earning. There is no debt or preference share. Then third is the internal rate of return R is always constant and given to you. The appropriate discount rate, which means KE cost of equity, remains constant, and the firm and its stream of earnings are perpetual. So the firm's earnings are perpetual, ever going. Then moving forward, then there is no corporate tax, as you can see here. The retention ratio. So here one or two things are new. So the first one is the retention ratio. Retention ratio is the ratio of the is the part of the dividend which a firm keeps. Yeah, so the firm is not distributing that part of the income, so they are retaining that part. So the retaining part, the retention ratio is called D, and once decided upon is constant. And how through this retention ratio we calculate growth rate. So the formula to calculate growth rate is G equals to B into R. So G is the growth, and how do we calculate growth of the firm? B retention ratio into internal rate of return of the firm. So this growth rate is also given to us, or we can calculate it with the help of this formula B into R. The next assumption is KE is always greater than BR. So the cost of equity is always greater than the growth of the firm. So if this condition is not fulfilled, we cannot apply this model. So it is very important that KE should always be greater than growth rate B into R. Now moving forward, so the formula to calculate price as per Gordon's model is given here. So the formula is E is the earning per share into 1 minus B. So here B is the retention. So 1 minus B is opposite of the retention ratio. It means 1 minus B is the payout ratio, right? So moving forward, K minus BR, K is the cost of equity and BR is the growth rate. So this BR is G. Now let's move forward with the question. So here we are given this condition that EPS of the firm is 10. This is given to you 10. KE cost of equity is 10%. Rate of return is 8%, and for payout ratio we are given three situations. Here PO is maybe 40%, 80% or 100%. So if PO is given to us, so we can calculate easily retention ratio, because if payout is 40%, then we have to calculate retention ratio. So here in all the cases, if PO payout ratio is 40%, it means retention is 60%. If payout is 80%, retention is 20%. And if payout is 100%, retention is 0. So now let's move forward with the question. As in the question, the formula was given to you. This was the formula. So we'll apply the same formula here. Now, so here, case 1. In case 1, we'll take we'll be taking payout ratio 40%. So the formula was P naught equals to E 1 minus B divided by KE minus BR. So here E is earning per share, which is 10. 1 minus B. Now B is, if payout is 40%, then it means retention is here 60%. So we can apply 1 minus 60, or we can directly apply 40%, which is given to us. So 10 into 40%, which is the payout. Out of 10, 40% is distributed. So 10 into 40. So KE is given to us, that is 10%, 0.10 minus BR. So here retention is 60%, 0.60 into growth rate is 8%, so 0.08 here. So when we'll solve this, the answer we will get here is 76.92. 76.92. So in the first case where payout is 40%, the payout is 40%, then the price of the share is 76.92. So this is case 1. Now we are moving forward with case 2. So case 2 says that the payout is 80%. So here earning per share is 10 and payout is 80%. 10 into 0.8. So it means rupees 8 is paid to the shareholder and 2 is retained. And KE here is 10, 0.10 into, now retention, if payout is 80, it means retention is 20%, 0.20. Then rate, internal rate of return is 0.08. Then the price of the share here is 95.74. So this is case 2 where the payout ratio is 80%. So now we are moving forward with case 3 where payout is 100%. So let's move forward. Payout is 100%. So 10 into 0.10 divided by KE is 0.10 minus retention is 0, because payout ratio is 100%. It means the company is not retaining anything. 0 into rate of return is 0.08. And here the answer is rupees. So the price of the share is rupees 100. So this is how we have calculated the price of the share in 3 cases. As you can see, in 3 cases, in first case where payout was 40%, the price of the share was 76.9. In second case where payout was 80%, the price of the share was 95.2. And in third case where payout was 100%, the price of the share is rupees 100. So with this model we can conclude that as we increase the payout ratio, the market price of the share will increase. So with increased payout ratio, price of the share will also increase. Thank you so much.